Good morning. It's Christmas Day today here in China, and today is actually sunny. I'm so glad it's sunny because the last few days have been so gloomy and just really grey. I did not feel great. So it's currently almost 10 a.m. I usually wake up 5 a.m. every day, but these last 2 days I've been giving myself a break, not to overdo things. So my body automatically wakes me up around 5. My morning routine usually involves journaling. Some days I might not get to do that, and that's okay, and I'll do it at night instead. Currently, I'm reading this book, Time Anxiety by Chris Gulliver? I have no idea how to say that. So I just started reading it. It just arrived last week. It's I think it's something you can probably, if I actually really want to do, I probably can finish it during these holidays. I have not been to the gym for the last 2 weeks, and I'm heading back to the gym today. So I'm quite nervous because I know it's going to be difficult and it's going to be painful, but it's got to be done. And the reason I did not go to the gym for the last 2 weeks is because I had two moles removed. So right now I have scars. I have some medicine on there, which I have to use every single day now, and I need to protect my face from the sun whilst they heal. So because for the first week it was hard to go to the gym. I was afraid in case I sweat, you're not allowed to put any water near your scars or any moist. So I just wanted to be safe. I guess it was a good excuse too. But now I'm really regretting the fact that I missed this long. And I'm just going to go with the flow. I don't really have a plan. Usually I tend to go to different cafes, walk around, so whatever I get up to, I will show you guys around. I'm going to boil some vegetables into the pot and get ready for my lunch, but also this is for my dinner too. So for the last year or so, I have been really changing my lifestyle in terms of my health and what I eat. For the majority of the year, I have fish and veggies and Greek yogurt, or chicken, fish and veggies, or a bit of a mixture, or I change them up for my lunch and dinner. It might sound a bit too much and really boring, or like I'm restricting myself, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough protein and fiber in my everyday nutrition, and honestly it has done wonders for me. I feel so much better. I now don't even have to think about it. It's just something that comes natural, and that's when you've changed your lifestyle. I don't restrict myself, even though it sounds like it's very restrictive, but it's not. I do eat out once a week. Sometimes it's 2 times a week. Who knows? Whatever happens during the week, it happens. So I still get to have what I want to have as well. And to be honest, the less I eat food out, like pizza or burger, the less I desire it. I also feel like I've learned so much about nutrition, about what salt is, what sodium is, what sugar does. I know it's baby stuff, basic stuff that we should know, and we've kind of been brought up with all these triangles and that plate of veggies and fruit and stuff like that, but how often do we actually apply that? So to actually do it and really learn about it is a different story. Just a bit of backstory to my health and fitness journey. I've always been a very slim person for all my life. As far as I can remember, I've always been very slim. And then in my mid-20s, I suddenly started to gain weight. And at first I just thought it's nothing and it will come off and it'll be fine, and I was just so afraid of losing too much weight, but it didn't come off, and I started to go to the gym and I had personal trainers. Long story short, nothing seemed to work. Not tracking, not the habits, not eating less, not eating more. I just didn't know what was wrong with me, and it wasn't until I came across one female trainer in Huddersfield who told me that I should look into getting some health checkups done because she thought I might have IBS because I always looked really bloated. And it turns out I did have IBS, but during those tests, we also tested for thyroid, and it turns out I do have hypothyroidism. And then I started my medication, and the doctor told me my weight gain was because of thyroid. And it honestly did bring me down, because I thought, so this is part of it, I'm just going to be fat now. I think for a very long time I used thyroid as an excuse, thinking, oh, it doesn't matter. And I didn't just give up, I tried and nothing seemed to work. I think the biggest difference now is your mindset. For me, in the last 6 months, I had such a huge mindset shift. Even though it's been over 1 year that I've been trying to change my lifestyle in terms of what I eat, how I eat, things like that. I've never been a big eater at all. If anything, my parents always complained that I eat so less, I eat so slow. But in the last 6 months, it wasn't until this summer when I was in Shanghai and then Suzhou. It was so beautiful, but it was so hot. And I just remember, hold on, let me put the veggies in first. So it's really hard to find, oh my gosh, it's so hard to find frozen veg. I need to start using organic. Done. Oh my god, today is so beautiful and sunny. I'm so glad, because last few days were so gloomy, grey, and just not good. Anyways, back to the story. In the summer, I remember being at the hotel, standing in front of the mirror, and I don't know what to tell you, but something inside of me that day just changed. It was just too much for me to look and feel the way I did. I knew that I just cannot make enough excuses anymore. I say I try, but how much am I really trying? How much action am I really taking? So since then, I've been very intentional with what I eat, but my movement, just everything. And I'm so grateful I caught up with my health now than later. And also this time last year, I had breast biopsy, and honestly, life just isn't easier when you are way heavier in anything and everything, in terms of health, in terms of surgeries, the aftercare. It's just, life's too short. Anyways, so this year I'm really focusing on my health. Next year I want to do better in my fitness. I still have a very long way to go until my BMI is normal and healthy range. And I want to do it for me, my health. I want to do it for people who love me. And this is something that's concerned my parents for so long as well now. And in a way, I feel like I'm coming back to me, the old me, but a better, stronger version of me. Also, I feel like no one tells you. You can never prepare when you go from being a thin person to suddenly gaining weight, and how much it changes you, not physically, but also mentally, the way you change as a person inside of you. It's crazy. And also how people start to treat you too. And then trying to come back to yourself. It feels amazing. In a way, like you never left. You find joy in things again. And it's really hard to explain to people who meet you like this, as you are, who came into your life during this chapter. So to them, you've always been this, excuse my French, a fatty. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So also China really pushes you to do as much as you can, because the beauty standard here is to be very slim, not my type of slim that I want. I just want to be healthy more than anything, be able to look at myself and be happy with who I am inside, outside, do things, be physical, fit. Alrighty, so I'm having chicken and veggies for my lunch. I am trying to decide if I want to go outside or stay at home and do stuff. I don't know. It's so beautiful and sunny. I feel like I really should go out, but at the same time I feel tired. But then again, I'm asking myself, what have I done apart from go to the gym that I'm so tired?
It's just and you don't really see it, or is it like out on the counter? It's one of the first things that you see. So there, there are varying degrees of what you want to do here and like what you want to place.
I did, in fact, make it out. It would be a crime not to go outside in this beautiful sunny weather. I ended up going to a cafe that's 10 minutes walk away from where I live. And as you can see, it has the perfect view of the bridge near my house. Also, this is just one of the bridges. There's many more, actually, around Wuhan. I ordered myself chocolate waffle, and the staff were so kind and lovely. They gave everyone who came free Christmas cookies that were delicious. I spent a good few hours here until the evening. I got a lot done. I did a lot of productive work, which was great. And I know it's not everyone's ideal Christmas day at all, but I really did enjoy it, and I felt great afterwards. And after that, it was time to go home, read a book. and climb into my bed.
Friday, 10 a.m. right now. I just finished getting dressed to head out. I'm meeting a friend who had a baby a month ago or so. I still haven't seen her so far yet. We will catch up, hopefully, and then I will see how the day goes before I make any plans. This morning I got up early, around 6 a.m.-ish, and got dressed into my gym gear straight away. It was so difficult to go to the gym today because it's so cold, and now it's actually getting darker in the morning. So it was 7 a.m. and it was still dark outside, which is not great at all. Did a bit of reading. I wanted to journal, but I was afraid I'm running out of time, which is very ironic because I'm reading time anxiety as well. So hopefully I'll get better at it because I have this issue where I'm always thinking, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm that person who is usually the first one to show up in terms of the airport, flights, any events, you name it. I'm always there, first one usually. But mentally it's really just not good for me, and it's just too much pressure I put on myself, and I really need to do something about it because I usually just put it like at the back of my head somewhere and I don't really deal with it, even though I keep telling myself I need to do something. I'm trying to read more on time anxiety and maybe a bit more research. I need to look at some papers and maybe check out some videos and things and maybe some techniques that I can try. I'm just looking at my whiteboard, which has all the goals, and there's a quote there: having control of your time is the most valuable currency. That is the goal. Yeah. And also alongside my goals is my weight goal as well. I am very behind my weight goal. I did not do well. I can do things that I really need to do, so I'm really disappointed in that, but I guess it just means I need to work better and try to figure out routines that I can realize more. So I'm going to a foreign restaurant to brunch, lunch, dinner, you name it. So I've been here for many years in China. I couldn't really think of many options. In Wuhan there are options, but most of the places are 40 to 45 minutes away from me in the car, usually because of traffic, and I usually get taxis everywhere. Before this, I did used to live in a very lively and beautiful area, which is East Lake. I think it's one of the most desirable areas to live in this city. I loved it so much because my view every day was of the lake itself, so that did wonders for my brain every day, and just to read in that balcony, and it's amazing. But also it's so green, so many trees, so much nature there, so another bonus. And thirdly, the street I lived in, and I go outside and walk there, it was beautiful because it was mostly full of villas, so almost like a very green street, and that reminded me of back home because obviously we have streets and stuff. So nice. It's, you feel like you get away from the city a little bit even though you're still in the city. So anyways, let me not make my time anxiety worse for myself and get out the door.
The restaurant I am going to meet my friend in is located in Wuhan Mall, which is in downtown area, the center area of Hankou. The mall is mostly luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, top international brands, and a lot of high-end departments with luxury goods like watches, jewelry, and also fine dining and cafes and supermarkets. I don't come to this mall very often. When I do, it's usually because I want to go to the Apple store, which is located in this mall. So that's the main reason this mall is very important, especially for a lot of foreigners.
Hello. How many people?
Table for two, please.
Your Majesty is one.
But first, I do need to charge my phone. This is one of my favorite things in China ever since I moved here years ago, is how convenient it is and never having to worry about charging my phone, because you could find these power banks anywhere. You can find them at supermarkets, restaurants, salons, anywhere and everywhere.
Waiting for my friend to turn up. Turns out they don't actually do brunch on weekdays apparently. Just come upstairs into the mall because it turns out my friend misunderstood me. She thought I was picking her up from her place and we will come together. So it's going to be another 45 minutes wait for her. So I'm going to go to Sephora's to get some things I need. My shampoo. It's one of the only places I can buy the brand I use. Something that's very common here is when you enter, there's usually an assistant who will follow you around and make sure you have everything you need. So it's almost like having a mini assistant who will help you through everything. However, I personally do not like it and I'm trying to get away from it. I know she's so kind and helpful, but I cannot shop when someone's following me. And if you're from the UK or the US, you probably know how that feels, because the Western world, someone who works at the shop or store is usually doing that when they're suspicious of you. So we have our own mindset, whereas here it's not the case. It's purely for customer service. However, I really prefer to shop alone without anyone tagging along right behind me. I don't even like my partner to do that, or even a friend.
In China, majority of the stores, whether it's cafes, restaurants, salons, beauty stores, clothing stores, whatever it is, they usually have membership or points system. Membership is all inside your phone. Usually in WeChat, there's an area called mini programs. You don't get a physical card. It's a digital card that has to be scanned by the store every time you use it, and it's linked to your phone number. So whenever you buy something in China in stores, they will always ask you if you have a membership, and if you don't, they'll ask you for your phone number or scan a QR code just to double check. And it's just something so simple, just takes a few seconds. And it's very different from memberships in the Western world. That's something I've noticed. Here it's, for example, in the West, you spend £100 and you get 10 points or something like that. With Chinese membership, it's almost like a video game with a progress bar where you have different levels of membership and you earn growth value by spending money, and then you reach the next level. It's the same with Starbucks here as well. Even though you're spending more, you're also getting more back, which I've noticed is not really possible in the UK. So you get better perks, not just more points, but you might get birthday gifts, double point days, priority bookings for services, dedicated customer service, free gifts, things like that. When you have a membership, you also get a better price of what you want to buy compared to someone who doesn't have a membership will probably have to pay a lot higher than you. For example, nail salons, if you get a membership, I can get my nails done maybe for £10 or £15, whereas someone without a membership might have to pay £30. I'm back home now. So glad. I really love the floor heating. It is chilly outside. We finished our lunch and then we walked around a bit in the sun. The taxi then drops her off too at the same time, which is a feature I love on Didi. Maybe Uber has the same back home, but honestly I don't know what exists back home anymore. To try and relax for a bit, and then I think I have some editing to do. It's Sunday. I'm about to head out to go to the gym first, and then I need to decide what to do.
Part of me wants to stay in because it's Sunday and it still might be really busy outside, and the other part of me is just needs to get out.
Today I'm taking you guys with me to one of my favorite areas. It's called Panhualin here in Wuhan. And I know I say favorite place a lot in Wuhan, but honestly I do have a lot of favorite places in Wuhan. And this is one of my top 3 places that I love to go and visit again and again, and I never get tired or bored of it. So this area, for hundreds of years, it was the old traditional center of Wuchang, full of schools, government offices and scholars' homes. And now it's a preserved historic neighborhood, which has, in a way, it's reborn as Wuhan's most popular, creative and trendy lane. It's famous for its street art, cozy cafes, unique shops and street food. There's a lot of cat cafes here as well, and I'm not really a cat person, to be honest, but there's also a dog cafe if you're not a cat person. Today I am spending the day in this cafe called August House. I absolutely love coming here. Their service, the coffee, everything is amazing. It's the perfect place for me to get some work done and enjoy the view. After that, I walked around for a little while. There's a wall behind the cafe, and here you can see the view of Wuchang area, the old and new mixing in together. It's so beautiful. I can spend hours here. And then I did some more strolling around and really enjoying the sunshine and the view. Then I tried to go into this Wuhan gift shop, and I thought of maybe purchasing something for one of my friends who will be moving back to America in a few months, and I really wanted something memorable for her, maybe something that will remind her of her time in Wuhan, and maybe something I can paste some pictures on. But unfortunately I didn't find anything yet, but this is the perfect place in case you want souvenirs to take back to your family or buy some gifts for them. So I'm definitely going to come back and take a look next time. Really don't know what's happening, why they're taking her photos, if she's famous or what. I am done with being outside for today. The sun was absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, it does wonders to your mind and body the minute it's out. I spent some time in the cafe. That cafe is one of my favorite cafes, and I know I say that for a lot of things, but it really is. And though I've been past it over the last few months, I didn't actually sit there and do some stuff from there for a while. It was so nice to be back, and the staff is just as friendly and lovely as before. The only downside with all these places, my goodness, is the fact these places are in public spaces. That means they don't have their own bathroom, they don't have their own built-in toilets in the restaurants, in the cafes, which then means I need to use the public toilet. Unfortunately, public toilets are not always the most clean. You do have to carry your own toilet paper too. You never know if there's anything available. Most of the time there isn't, unless you go to some malls and some restaurants. So that for me becomes an issue because, well, I do drink a lot of water, so I need the loo quite often. And where this cafe is, August House, as much as I love it so much, for me to use the bathroom, I need to go down the escalators, walk a little, then down the escalators again, and then go to the public bathroom, and then I need to come back up. Which is fine when you need a break and everything. I think during weekdays it's okay, it's not that bad. But on weekends like today, I really don't like it because it's a hassle going up and down between the crowds. Today I ended up leaving the cafe a bit earlier than usual because there were more people coming in. It was getting really busy, a bit too loud. I had people moving around me quite a lot, which distracts me, so I didn't really want to waste time just sitting there. I then took a walk. It was beautiful. I just relaxed myself, and of course halfway I needed the loo, and then I had to go find a public toilet, which I did in a mall nearby. Overall, it was such a gorgeous day. I'm glad I got out. Really glad. Monday 29th of December. I am in my home office. I've been here for most of the morning. So today was one of those days when I had so many tabs open up here and literally as well. I wanted to get a lot done, so I really had to push myself just to focus on one thing at a time. And then I had lunch. I started and finished a kid called Dynamite Kiss within 2 days. And again, this is the first time in a long time I'm actually sitting down and watching something because, well, that's a lie. I still was doing things. I'm always doing something, something else too, actually. I'm gonna have to sit down for that now. So there was a few moments during this break, maybe 2 days, Christmas Eve and just the other day, where I felt very down and I couldn't understand what I was so down about. I just felt empty or numb, this weird feeling. And after a while, I figured out this was just me doing nothing. I wasn't watching anything at that moment. I wasn't listening to something, doom scrolling. I wasn't watching a podcast or something like that, or reading. And made me realize that actually, why are we always doing something all the time? The need to be productive all the damn time. My morning routines, reading, podcasts. Maybe we just need to sit down and be still for a moment and just be in the present moment. Just do nothing and allow whatever you think and feel to come and pass. And it was a very reflective moment, actually. Well, it's been a reflective break. I do need to find more moments like this where I'm doing nothing. Although I know that right now is a busy period for me because the future I want is not going to happen by me just wishful thinking on manifesting my way into it. It needs action. I need to take action and do things. At the same time, I'm always doing something now. And I guess that's the reality of wanting to do something. And I guess it probably is the reality of a lot of people who want something of their own or want to be their own boss.
you have to have a business or a brand to feel this way, but I guess you never switch off, right? So that's something new I'm learning over the last 2 months. So it's a tough spot, no such thing as balancing it out, but I have to figure something out and not be so overwhelmed and have these moments of nothingness and just embrace the art of doing nothing as well, going for walks without music or a podcast, just walking, just sitting in silence. I don't always have to be doing something new and something on my mind. Anyways, I found it so difficult to go to the gym in the morning and I still haven't been. So I am going to go and attempt to go right now. Wish me luck. I really feel sleepy. It's better to go in the morning for sure for me, but it's got to be done. So let's go, you guys.
Towards your financial life, one step.
So I am on my way to see my local friend. She is Wuhanese and she is actually one of my oldest, closest that I have here in China. We first met teaching together and we've been friends ever since then. So we're going to have brunch in this brunch place that I've attempted to go once or twice, but it was either closed or too full. So let's see how it is. It's meant to be Australians, well, it's called Tyler's Brunch, and it's meant to be Australian cuisine, which I don't think I've had before. I just really want a normal brunch, to be honest, but I just want to see how it is, so might be a good time to visit. It's in the old Hanko area, which again, you guys probably know by now, is one of my favorite areas, and I feel like I say this for everything, but you'll mostly see me showing you my favorite places here. So maybe what we'll do after the brunch.
I didn't get to film our brunch because I was trying to be in the present moment and trying to catch up with my friend. After the brunch, we went for a walk around the area.
This is really
Cats
cute.
inside.
Oh no, I hate cats.
Cats or dogs?
Like some places ruin it for me because of cats.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Those buildings are really old buildings.
Yeah, very old buildings. But all these old buildings in Wuhan are also opening up. So I've lived in Wuhan for so long, right? Why don't I just have a go? Or I'll
I think after COVID.
Okay, here it goes again. This is actually one of my favorite cafes. It's an art gallery slash cafe, and I love to come here during spring and summer to get some work done. It's beautiful, but right now it's winter and it's freezing cold. It's inside an old Russian house.
Actually, I usually sit here and do my work, but now they put some things on the table. But usually I work there with the laptop.
Oh.
Yeah. They changed it a little bit. Before there used to be a big piano here, like a really old piano and stuff.
After that, we strolled a bit more for quite a time and caught up at the same time. It's really beautiful and peaceful because it's a weekday. Right now, everyone's working, so it's not busy at all. However, on weekends, it's absolutely crowded, super busy. It's really hard to enjoy it, but there's a lot happening. People taking photos, video shoots, wedding shoots. As you can see, there's so many different cafes and restaurants around here as well. If you have been to Shanghai, you might notice some similarities between some of the areas in Shanghai and Old Hankou area, which is this area. This area is also known as City Walk. It's a very popular place, hence the name City Walk. You'll also notice a lot of cities in China have their own City Walk area, usually a popular or historical area.
It's a hotel now, right?
Yeah, it's a hotel. And there's
They moved to Santa Monica because he found a job
As
there.
Old
like his
Hankou
company
is
sent
a
him
very historical area, there's still a lot of buildings and history that's preserved here. We decided to have a stroll inside a Russian Orthodox church because my friend has not been here before. As you can see, they've tried to keep some of the same features. There's a lot of retirees chilling outside in the sun at this time, having coffee, playing games with their friends.
Reasons, not for the vlog. It's for me. Yeah. It's actually us. So there's a man behind us who I think fixes keys. And we were just talking about why there's so many key places, because no one uses keys in China especially. So.
yeah, that's the truth.
But it's nice.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that will no longer exist, just like cash.
Right.
So it's going to be antique, I guess. Yeah.
And people there.
Yeah, always too busy. That's the problem.
And you know, like the road is so narrow.
Yeah.
And you can't drive in. You can only walk in.
Wrong side. I always get the wrong side. Oh my gosh. I might have to wait until you come out. Yeah. And then. Let me get in the car. Okay. This short people problem. Oh my god.
We had a really lovely few hours chatting, catching up and walking. And now my friend is going to drop me off to my nails appointment that I have in another mall.
Just got done with my nails, waiting for my taxi. So every evening this is what happens. In most places people do their dances. Perfect form of exercise. I love this about China.
Thank you so much for watching this vlog. Let me know if this is something you enjoyed and want to see more of or not. and please don't forget to like and subscribe.